What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. And today we got a live stream instead of a video. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. And this is going to be a Eagles versus Giants call in, right? I do want to stay on the Eagles versus Giants, but we can talk about the totality of the season. If you got things to get off your chest, I ain't do a call in a minute. So I definitely want to tap in and hear from you guys and gals. Normally, I do call in shows, later, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, because a lot of people who want to call in are probably at work at this time. But it was a crazy day running around, couldn't get a video out, and I'm gonna be busy later in the evening with my son's pee-wee practice playoffs this weekend. They're in there and they got a tough match against South Parkland. But shout out to Eagle Nation. Let's get into it. So the Giants Eagles matchup, normally you go into this like, man, we're playing the Giants. They should be getting Malik Neighbors back. And I'm interested to see the battle of the rooks. Malik Neighbors, first round pick wide receiver, and Quinyon Mitchell, first round pick cornerback, both having terrific seasons. If you ask me, I think Neighbors is the best rookie wide receiver in this class. And of course, Quinyon Mitchell is the number one corner in this class. I'm looking for him to push, especially the latter half of the season, for defensive rookie of the year. He's in the top 5 competition right now, but there's still room for him to climb the ladder. I look at this matchup like, I think it's really about the Eagles offense versus the Giants defense, right? We've seen 2 performances from this Eagles defense that were lights out. We shut down the Saints, shut down the Cleveland Browns, but we're starting to see that the Saints offense ain't that good. The Browns offense was never that good. But we've seen the Packers put up 30 plus, the Buccaneers put up dang near 30 plus. On this Eagles defense, it's been up and down inconsistent. And you could say the Eagles offense has been inconsistent too, but I think that was more due to the injuries. No Lane, no AJ, no Devontae. And yes, coaching hasn't been that great, play calling, all that stuff. You could say it all. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, because I don't know what's going on my end. But I look at this matchup as a top 10 offense. Yeah, we don't really feel like our offense is top 10 due to some of the things we're doing. But when you look at the pass game and the rushing game and just the total yards of offense, we're top 10. But so is that defense for the Giants top 10. And they do lead the NFL in sacks, right? Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence. They got a lot of guys over there that can put pressure on the Eagles. The Buccaneers came at Jalen Hurts, but again, we were down a lot of skill positions, and it wasn't his better game. I'm looking to see how this offense bounces back from the whole season, let alone even a Cleveland Browns game where we just couldn't really stay consistent. Lane Johnson used the word constipated for the Eagles offense, and it makes perfect sense. You got the 2 drives to Smitty and AJ that look perfect, duplicated. But then you got drives that we're going 3 and out, not even getting a first down. When you get the ball and you don't even get a first down, do you know how demoralizing that is, right? Imagine your defense just was on the field for, I don't know, 8 plays, 9 plays, and then they finally force a punt. But the defense was on the field for 8, 9 plays, no touchdown, no field goal allowed, but the opposing team got a first down or 2 on this defense. They get the ball back to a high-powered offense and watch you go my bad, run, pass, punt. We're back on the field again. It's a demoralizing feeling. And again, that's why both sides of the ball got to take care of each other. Now, look, the Giants getting Malik Neighbors back is going to help them out for sure. But Andrew Thomas is not going to play, just like Jordan Mailata is not going to play, right? That's their best offensive lineman. Jordan Mailata is a key contributor into the Eagles' offensive lineman success, but he ain't probably the best. You got paved the lane over there. I don't know. Landon Dickerson can hold down that left side. And I do like what Fred Johnson has done for the 2024 season. Simple and plain. He's been really, really good in his spot starts and taking over. So we're gonna see where all that or how all that plays out. But I do want to get y'all takes on it. Again, if you look at the pinned comment, it is a link for Manta Sleep, which we're going to get to that sponsorship real quick. But there is a link for you to click the first link. Once you click it, phone or computer, you can come in and I can hear your thoughts live. You can show your face or you can choose not to show your face, but I do want to hear your thoughts live. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear from our sponsor, Manta Sleep. Sleep better anywhere, anytime. Find your perfect sleep mask. Again, they have a multitude of masks to pick from. Our best sellers, or their best sellers, are the Sound Mask, the Pro Mask, the Silk Mask, super silky for sure, and the Sleep Mask. Again, they're all real good. You can even go on the website and fill out a little survey of things that you like in a mask, and then you can find your perfect sleep mask. You can compare masks and do all that good stuff. Again, these guys are the best when it comes to getting you the right sleep. I have both the Sleep Mask Pro, and again, look at the eye cuffs. They're like little pillows. No pressure on the eyes, 100% darkness. It fits on your face perfectly. I mean, I like this one if I'm just like super tired for sure because of how it fits on the face. But if you ask me, a little bit more money, you can get the sleep sound mask. The sound mask, which you can listen to podcasts, nature sounds, music, whatever you want to listen to. If you like listening to stuff or have something on, the sleep sound mask is what you want to get. Again, I love both of them. You can't go wrong. Your sleep will never be the same. I promise you that. Use promo code Philly Mike for 10% off. Once again, promo code Philly Mike for 10% off. And it's easy. Click the pin comment, use promo code Philly Mike for 10% off, and pick the sleep mask you want. Once this video is over, it will be also a link in the description and the comment section. Right now, because we're live, you can find it in the pin comment section. And above the pin comment section, like I said, is the link to call in. The link to call in is available. I would definitely like to hear some of y'all thoughts on the Eagles versus Giants and just the totality of the season. Like I said, this is the stream that I want to hear from y'all. As much as y'all click on this video to hear from me, I want to check the temperature as it pertains to Eagle fans all across the world, right? A lot of them be in the city of Philadelphia, but we got Eagle fans in different cities, different states, different countries at this point. So I'm definitely trying to hear what y'all have to say. All you got to do is click the link above the Manta Sleep promo and chime in. I'm trying to hear from y'all. Again, I know that a lot of people can't click the link at this point. It's 2:00, right? You guys are working. But if you can give me 2 minutes of your time, it would be greatly appreciated. Tony B said, let's go, Birds. Offense got to get going early. That's the biggest thing, right? We're the only team in the NFL with 0 first quarter points. 0. Not talking about touchdowns. We're talking about points in general, not even field goals. So Tony B said, let's go, Birds. Offense got to get going early so we can enjoy this game. Hate the feeling of, man, even if we win, I'm not happy with how we played. I'm tired of that. And again, that was kind of how we felt in the 2023 season for the majority of the time, right? We don't want that feeling where we keep saying, man, we're winning, but like I'd rather win and complain than lose and complain for sure. But we saw how quickly it can unravel. A season can unravel with a couple things going not your way when it becomes the norm. When you're always winning close, hard-fought games where you should be beating the team because you are the better team, you look back at it and something goes wrong here, something goes wrong there, and it's a domino effect. We went from 10-1 and saying we have yet to play our best football to losing a lot of games in a row. So definitely don't want to be in that situation at all. Truth be told, said Saquon, 150 rushing yards. Sign me up. This is why the title of this is Saquon taking over the Meadowlands. I absolutely believe it. He spoke multiple times this week about it's another game for him. He honestly don't think he's going to get booed. I don't know where that's coming from. I think they're going to boo the crap out of Saquon Barkley, but that should motivate him to just ball out. Saquon has been pivotal in the Eagles' 3 wins. minus, well, the Cleveland game, not really. That was the first game he didn't get going. He did not get going in the Cleveland game. So I look at it like this. Saquon Barkley ain't going to be quiet for 2 games in a row. Now, yes, you got AJ Brown back, Devontae Smith, but we had both of them, and they both played good in the Packers game, and Saquon went off for over 100 and 3 tubs. So I look at this game, and I simply say, AJ's one of them dudes who straight up said on Twitter, I hope you punish them when the time comes. So the game plan should be featured through Saquon Barkley, but we'll see. But I like that 150 piece. Whatever his over is on BetUS or any betting sites, I'm taking the over for sure. Josh B said we are still in last season. This was supposed to be a Super Bowl run. Now we looking like a 1 and out the playoffs again. It's hard for me to discuss how far we're gonna go in the playoffs at this moment. We're talking about 7 weeks into the season, five games played. Mind you, we're 3-2 because we were one of the teams with the first bye. We dealt with injuries. Injuries are contagious, but hopefully the injuries bug can fall off the Eagles, right? Multiple injuries throughout the first 5-6 weeks. We're talking Jordan Mailata, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Lane Johnson. Maybe come December, when the last 4 games really matter, where you really want to be playing your best football, then maybe we're healthy. So the tide can turn. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, the Eagles do have some problems. You can't look at even the wins, including the losses, and say, man, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. I can't say that. But on paper, our roster is still one of the best rosters in the NFL. So again, it's a hard thing to navigate through. Anybody feeling like Josh B right now, I can't be totally mad at you at all. But it takes a lot for me to fully abandon the team, or at least say that I think we are one and done. Again, the Packers in 2023 were not talked about at all through the first 6 weeks as a playoff team, let alone a playoff team who wasn't one and done. Yes, they got they were fortunate to play the Cowboys, who can't win in the playoffs, for playoff game 1. But if you looked at the Packers week 5 or 6 of the 2023 season, they weren't a playoff team, let alone a playoff team that got 1 dub in the playoffs. So I think all that still has to be I think you got to wait until double-digit weeks to really say who you are. Again, we have a real good idea of what's been shown for sure, but injuries have played a part. Texan Eagles said, I think we are about to hit our stride, especially on offense. We about to go crazy. Hey, I hear you for sure. This would be the game. And if you do it against the Giants, I don't care what anybody says. They're going to say it's just the Giants. That's cool, but the Giants have a good defense. Even when the Giants lose games, they don't lose by a lot. The Giants haven't got blown out this season, and they beat the Seattle Seahawks. They got, 2 or 3 wins this season. Nobody's really blown the Giants out. They have a couple wins this season. That defense leads the league in sacks and is top 10 for a reason. Listen, I just dropped the link again. If you click the link, feel free to come in and talk on camera with me about this Eagles-Giants game. Again, I look at it like this. The Eagles' offense has struggled coaching-wise, execution-wise, turnover-wise, quarterback play at times. But we've yet to see what this healthy roster could really do minus the turnovers. We saw a little bit in Brazil, 34 points, but that's a 3 turnover game with 34 points. Imagine we get a healthy team, no turnovers, and some good play, which should have happened in Cleveland. But see, that's another thing. Cleveland also has a good defense. So, the Giants' good defense is not going to be excused. If the Eagles continue to go out there and fall flat on their face on offense, I'm going to look at them like, dang, what is really going on with this Eagles offense? I just don't understand it at all. Nina in the building. What's going on? You live early today? Yes. Don't normally go live early. And if I do a call-in show, it's normally in the evening time due to the fact that many people can call in the evening. A lot of people are, I don't know, college classes, work, whatever you got going on for yourself early. That's good. But today I've been off of work, doing a lot of running around, and I got an extra practice this week for my son's Pee Wee football team due to the fact that they are in the playoffs. See, we only talking about week 6, week 7. It's week 7, but we only played 6 games. Or about to play our 6th game. But my son's Pee Wee football team is in the playoffs, so it should be real interesting. Let's get our first caller in real quick. Smooth 215. What's going on with you? You got your mic muted.
Mike, what's up, bro?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. How you feeling about this Giants matchup? Is this the same Giants team, or are you worried about this defense at all?
Well, the defense is good, but the offense got to perform. So we do our job. We should be all right.
Yeah, put it like that. At the end of the day, um, we've seen a lot of times, especially in the regular season, great offense beats good defense. You can say that, certain Super Bowls and certain playoff games, the defenses stepped up big time. But we early in the regular season, and I don't see anybody locking up AJ or Devontae man to man, and let alone that Saquon, no matter what he says, he's coming into this game like, bro, y'all really gave up on me type stuff.
Right. I ain't gonna lie though, Mike. I think the Giants defense gonna be so tuned in into Barkley that he gonna get his little yards, but just like last week with the Browns, they was on top of him.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think. I hope he go off for 100 plus, but I think a little 60, 70, and the pass game got to be there.
Yeah, if Barkley finishes his game with 70 yards, hopefully he has uh, a, a big reception, at least a tub, and that means most likely guys like Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, or Eaton, Jalen might have a 300-yard passing game. He only has one on the season versus the Saints, and a lot of people don't realize that because the Saints game we didn't put a lot of points on the board, but we destroyed the Saints as it pertains to total yards. We had like almost 500 yards of total offense in that game for something compared to the 2 something they had. We just couldn't finish when it mattered. And I think that's important too. Our Eagles red zone defense has been good, but the Eagles red zone offense has not been that good this year. But again, we haven't seen too many games with them all together. And you're right, Cleveland definitely sold out for Saquon Barkley. However, it's hard for me to see Saquon Barkley, whether the team is selling out for him or not, to go back-to-back games. Because what did he have last week? Like he only had
Like
like a
40,
50.
it was like 40 something yards, 47, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, 60, 70 ain't the worst, but it's hard for me to see back-to-back games where Saquon gets held. And especially if that's their motto going into the game. Cool. They know who Saquon is. They drafted him. He was there for a long time. But let AJ
My fault to cut you off, but especially with that left tackle, with Milana being out, they might try to really exploit that left side of the offense. So hopefully Jalen, he could do his thing, man. Sometimes he get a little flustered back there under pressure.
true. And like I was saying, no matter what their game plan is coming in, let AJ take a 60-yard touchdown to the house or Smitty take a 45-yard catch to the house. I think they back up off Saquon quickly then, you know what I mean?
One thing I noticed though, when we did that mesh route, we did it 2 times, and Kyle Katerra, he is real good at distracting that defensive back to get that open pass. We did that twice, and that worked perfectly. I don't know why they don't do that more often.
Well, actually, that was Jack Stahl who did that.
Oh, Jack Starr. Okay, I
Because
knew it was a tight end.
yeah, it was the first one we did with Dallas Goddard in New Orleans was Jahan Dotson who jumped in the middle. And
Mm.
the second one we did was Jack Stahl, but shout out to Calcaterra because he was running with Smitty stride for stride as his lead blocker. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but look, that mesh thing, and again, you can't. It's the NFL. You can't do the same play over and over and over and over. I understand that, but I definitely would bring that out more than once or twice, more than once a game type thing. Because again, you could line up in different formations and still run that concept. It don't always got to be the exact same formation, and that's what Kellen spoke about early in his time here, like during the training camp. We want to run some of the same formations with different plays, and some of the same plays with different formations. So you could still get to your bread and butter without them. Oh, I see what's happening next.
Hey, Mike. Lately the past week or so, I've been seeing a lot of reporters and everything saying, because I've been wondering like we Jalen's never under the center, and they was basically saying like that's more so like a Jalen Hurts. I guess like he don't want to be under center. How you feel about that?
Well, I definitely read that article. That was a Bleeding Green Nation, Brandon Lee Gouton's opinion on that one. There's no factual statement about it. I understand what he's saying. It's a spread offense, it's a Jalen Hurts offense, blah blah blah. This is what he's more comfortable doing. But we heard today. I heard Jalen Hurts answer the question first of all about throwing in the middle of the field, which they say is Jalen Hurts' weakness. He said, "No, I mean I have no specific area that I want to throw the ball. It just hasn't panned out that way." So he's pretty much saying he's going with the plays that are being called and blah blah blah. As for the under center, you know, we've done it and Kellen likes it, which he simply said, but he also says that because they want to keep the threat of Jalen Hurts' running ability, that's why we're so heavy in shotgun and pistol formation. But to me, I don't even care about under center. Like, do you know why I like under center? For the play action.
Right, exactly.
Like I don't even really care about Jalen Hurts being under center just to drop back 7 steps and throw it. I only like under center for play action where if you see that Grant Calcaterra like 50-yard play, it was play action, but it was out of the pistol. So to me, I think, okay, you want to keep him in the pistol or shotgun due to his rushing ability. And even if he doesn't rush, you can still make the defender think, oh, Jalen's going to take off.
Right.
That being said, I still think we need to run more pistol formation because the play action out of that is similar to the play action out of under center, and it worked. You've seen everybody go to the left for Saquon Barkley as Calcaterra got 40 yards of easy green grass. So I'm with you, even if quote unquote Jalen Hurts is not good at under center, whatever it is. Keep him in the pistol formation. That's the best of both worlds. You get your shotgun, you get the threat to run, and the play action is available whenever you want to call upon it. So
Right. It definitely. It makes sense.
so let me ask you before I let you go. You got a score prediction for Eagles Giants?
Um, I think it's going to be a close game. I don't really know how much they're going to score because with the Giants, you never know, and unfortunately with us, you never know either. So, but they're going to put some points up on the board. We might have a slow start as well. Hopefully we don't, but I know for sure that Giants front seven, they definitely going to be licking their chops at Saquon. They definitely don't want him to eat. So hopefully they figure it out, man, and stop trying to throw 30, 40, 50-yard bombs. Then, like, what happened to them slants? We used to always run the slants, bro. What happened to them?
That's what I'm saying. And the only person who
Like,
runs it now is AG. I'm trying to get Smitty on a slant too. Hey, look, I've been showing a highlight this week. The last time we played the Giants, Smitty took a slant to the house. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll see, man. It should be a good game. Eagles definitely should get a dub.
For sure, for sure. Appreciate the time, bro.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
Peace. All right, like I said, click the link. I just posted it again. It's pinned to the top with the Sleep Manta mask link, but the top link pinned is the ability to come in. And I just posted it again. All you gotta do is click the link, set it up. You can show your face or you can decide not to show your face. Just want to hear from y'all. Like I said, I normally do this in the evening, right? 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Because I know a lot of y'all are busy right now, but shout out to C in the building. What's going on with you?
What's good, brother?
How you feeling about this Eagles Giants matchup, first division game?
Um, I don't know, man. All the reporters got me feeling kind of suspect about my boy, but I don't want to feel that way about
Oh,
Jalen.
they make it. You looking at Jalen different this
Yeah,
year
they
now?
getting in my head, man. They getting in my head.
Dang, man. So, all right. So after hearing them, what is the biggest thing? Is it the fact that you believe that this offense is catered to him because he's quote unquote limited?
Yeah, it's mainly that. Like, but everybody done seen Jalen throw them throws though. Like, so that's why I really don't get and you didn't say everybody done seen that 2022 season, all that like where he done did it before. but everybody want to still make it seem like he can't do them things, like he can't throw the ball and he only can run, but he's not Justin Fields. Like we know that. Like he's not that. I don't think he
Yeah,
I don't but
and
really and what my fault, but what main thing, like they talking about he can't throw it over the middle of the field. Like that's not on him to make his receivers go across the field. That's on the coaches. Like
yeah, I totally agree. And again, they straight asked him just yesterday. I couldn't put it in my video yesterday when I talked about it in my video yesterday, of course. Um,
mm-hmm,
but Jalen straight said, they're showing stats that you have the worst, you do it the least amount, throwing in the middle, blah 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 blah. And he straight
mm-hmm.
said, so what are you saying by that? He's like, is there a reason for that? He's like, no,
I'm
just hasn't
saying,
panned out that
like,
way. You know what I mean? He's like, what do you mean? Like, it hasn't panned out that way. Um,
yeah,
Again, we saw in a Nick Sirianni offense, it was heavy outside the numbers type throws. We thought the
mm-hmm,
middle of the field was going to be used a lot because we saw it in training camp. We seen it in the preseason. We seen it a lot at open practice. It was all
yeah.
this, okay, this is all the new stuff that Kellen's bringing in. And then slowly but surely, it started to do it away.
Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. Like I don't know, like what when we gonna see is like we just keep seeing the same stuff every game. Like you don't see no different stuff until like towards the end of the game, you start seeing like plays working and stuff. But like when we having 2 weeks to start to plan for the Browns and we come out looking like that, like that's
Yeah.
just crazy. Like I don't know what's going on, man.
No, I totally agree with you. 2 weeks to plan. And again, yeah, we beat them. It's cool. And I think it's a big deal that we're not scoring no points in the first quarter. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't go into the NFL expecting to play 3 quarters and win a lot of games if you're only playing 3 quarters. I'd rather be
Nah,
playing better
facts.
in the fourth for sure. But I
Yeah.
mean, not even a field goal in the first. Like, we're talking
But
about
like,
five
but the
games.
special thing, but the Browns though, like
Their
you got
defense
we,
is good. Their offense
yeah,
is
yeah, for
bad.
sure,
Like, think
for
about
sure.
it. Their only win came this year when they scored 18 points, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
beat a team 18 to like what 10. But a lot of teams are scoring again. The Cowboys and Commanders score 30, both 30 on them. But it was
Uh-huh.
not just offense. There was other scores. There was defensive scores, special team scores type stuff. But the Browns got a decent to good defense, and so
Yeah,
that's why
for sure.
I want to see. Okay, that happened, right? I, I feel like if the Eagles can go out there and put 30 plus on the Giants, people are
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to say it's the Giants, but I'm looking at this Giants
Of course, you
defense
know that's
and it's
coming.
good.
That's coming. But hey, and the thing is, I'm not worried about that. Long as we go out there and like really show how like good this offense is, and really like put up points and like just have a complete game from the defense and the offense. Like I don't care who it is, long as we playing the way we supposed to look like we supposed to play, like and we not scrubbing games off, like and Jalen has to play hero ball. Like I'm good. Like long as we looking like we supposed to be looking like. It's just we looking like last year. Last year we was just scraping games apart. Like we trying to get this game. Like it's always like that. And I don't. It just we can't depend on that because we see last year that junk just go to shambles. Like when it's playoff time, we not ready.
Yeah. Let me ask you just two quick questions before I get you out of here. Do you
Not ready.
believe the defense is more the defense that we seen in New Orleans and versus the Browns, or is it more the defense we saw versus the Packers and Bucks? Like when push comes to shove, do you think this defense is more top 10ish or bottom 20 or bottom 10ish?
See the thing is we got that potential for sure. Like we seen that game the Saints and we just seen that game in the Browns. But it kind of makes me think like it just comes to how we gonna how the coaches like got our players coming out, like because we see like it's there anytime, like and like it may be like the whatever formation they got him going. I see they got Bryce Huff come he
4 point
actually like
stance.
going, yeah, he in the ground now, so it just might be the coaching, like how they got us coming out playing. Like the players might not be believing in what they got going out and playing, but like we saw Sunday, like they ready to play the defense. They ready to play when they trust in what they the coaches got. got planned for them. You feel me?
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like every time there's a more aggressive game plan, these guys live up to it. When we play
Nah,
them too
facts.
soft back, they kind of just get that soft mentality. And at least we're tackling real humans in practice now.
Nah,
They look a little bit better. So we
nah,
gonna
nah,
see.
nah. Hey, I'm not worried about that tackling no more. Cooper, hey, that boy Coop, man. Hey,
That boy Coop can
for real.
tackle.
Hey, look, hey, we had to get Maddox. I'm sorry, man. I love you, bro, but hey, we had to get Maddox out there,
Take a
man.
back seat,
For
man. Yeah,
real,
take a back seat.
for real.
Last question. Give me your score prediction. Best estimate.
Ah, I want to go 30-17. 30-17.
30-17 Birds. We will be
Yeah,
4 and
for
2.
sure.
4 and 2.
Yeah,
That sounds good to me.
yeah. Top of the division for sure. Let's get it.
All right, yo, be easy, bro.
Hey, man. Appreciate you, man.
No problem. All right, we got two more backstage. We got Jaquil Williams. What's going on, big dog?
What up, Philly Mike? What's
Chilling,
good,
chilling.
brother?
Hey, I'm trying to check the temperature. How you feel? Are
Man, I
you
feel
are 3 and 2? Are you man, we're not that good, or are we just getting started? Are you still
I
feel good
feel
about the
good about
season?
the team. I mean, I don't know what everybody's saying. You know, I'm a football coach too, but you know, I coach little league, not the big boys. But what I'm seeing is a team that's finally getting their players all together at one time, and we knocked the rust off last week. That's how I look. We just knocked the rust off last week, and people got to understand. Since Jalen had the Super Bowl year, we got a target on our back, y'all. This is what y'all gotta understand. People bring their A game when they play against us. And the first 5 games we've played this year has all been against top tier defenses. So that's why we ain't scored as many points as we like, because we were missing players and we playing decent defenses. The Giants got a good front seven, but they if you ask me, they backfield on defense ain't that great. They decent because the front line doing like our front line did when we
All the
had that
work.
season for the Super Bowl. You know, they putting in their work so they don't have to hold people as long. And that's what we was feeling at when we had to hold people so long. Wide receivers was breaking their routes, and that was killing our DBs. But it seems like we got a good little mixture now that our DBs are on point, especially them rookies. Come on, for real. Mitchell and DG, bruh, they hidden, bruh. And I'm loving it because I see Jalen. Look, me personally, those turnovers and interceptions that was going on at the beginning of the season, people looking at it wrong, bro. People looking at it way wrong. Jalen was making a couple, like I say, I seen about 3 really bad throws that he made early in the season because knowing the concept of football, when the very first interception that he threw in Green Bay, when he threw it down the middle of the Smitty, 9 times out of 10, Smitty always make that crossover and catch the ball at his highest point. It just so happened that defender shielded Smitty off in order for Alexander, or who was that dude from
McKinney.
McKinney, for McKinney to come over and make the interception. If that defender wouldn't have shielded Smitty off, Smitty would have made that catch 9 out of 10 times. So I ain't
I
even
think it was a
tripping
little.
about that.
I
And
think it was
then,
a little late though. I think he could do it a little earlier though. To
yeah, he
be
could have
honest,
threw it a little early, but you know the field was slippery. You gotta know for sure the man had his feet set right. If he didn't have his feet set right, throwing it early wouldn't have made no difference. If he didn't have his feet set right, and then when we was playing the Atlanta game. And at the end, we had the chance to go ahead and try to get back up after basically the play calling kind of gave the game away. When he threw that interception to the out, that's a what's the name? You had to be. That's a I'm missing how to say it, but that's an anticipatory throw right there. We had 35 seconds left, bro. All plays should have went to the out of bounds. So he threw the ball where he anticipated Smitty was supposed to go to out of bounds. And that's the only reason why that play got intercepted, because Smitty, he did more of a seam route than a corner route. If he would have went to that out of bounds, Smitty would have been right there where he was throwing that ball at. Because in football, With 35 seconds left, one timeout, you only needed 15 yards. Smitty's supposed to ran up that field, got toward that out of bounds line, so we could have caught that ball. He got out of bounds, so we wouldn't have to use our timeout. We would have been in field goal range, and Elliott is money. So you know what I'm saying? I don't even count it as a loss. I just count it as we made a mistake.
Yeah,
I
or
mean, even though
Saquon would have Saquon could have caught that ball.
I mean, he could have caught that ball because, like they say, I'd say 14 out of 15 times he would have caught that ball. Everybody say 9 out of 10. No, 14 out of 15 times we caught that ball. It was a high percentage of 90.
So you're looking at it like, Jalen Hurts interceptions and turnovers were anomaly.
Yeah.
We're one drop pass away from being 4-1
4-1.
now, and we're going against the Giants. So you're looking at it like we about to spank up on the Giants.
I don't think we're gonna spank, but I think since they front seven so good, we might beat them by 10. I'm looking at about 27-17, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I still think Saquon gonna do his thing.
All right,
He might, like you say, it might not have 130 yards total offense, but I still think he's gonna eclipse 100 total yards of total offense. I think he might get about 25 in the pass game. I say 80 in the 85 in the run game because they come fast, but we still got a line, bro. I know Malata got hurt and stuff like that, but the guys Becton and Steen and Johnson, all them that we got, they gonna do their job, bro. And the Cleveland game, people, they mad at us because we look sluggish in the Cleveland game. No, bro. No, they got a good defense, and that blocked field goal is a 10-point turnaround, bro. Are you serious? That's a 10-point turnaround on one play. And then they got the ball back. So now they got the momentum and all that. If Saquon would have just used his football IQ and got that one more yard before he went out of bounds, that wouldn't even been in question, bro. We probably would have even got more than 3. We probably would have got a touchdown. So it would have been a 14-point turnaround. So look, I'm optimistic, man. I see bright things. I see good things for us, man. My team, we 8-0 over here. My defense scheme go hard. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got but 2 more games left. So I see good things with the Eagles, bro. And once we start throwing over the middle, that's when Dotson gonna be a factor. When we start throwing over the middle, just like they saying, they not putting Jalen in the best position, bro. They not doing it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't see enough movement, man.
Well,
we moving, but I don't see the movement across the middle. You know what I'm saying? To get like when we did move across the middle, got that long gain against New Orleans that put us in the position to win that game. And then Smitty got the pass across the middle.
Mesh concepts have been working real good.
Yeah, it's working. We just ain't been using it that much. We fine, man. We fine, bro. I'm down here in cowboy country. These boys talk about me every day. I don't care nothing about it. You see what happened to them. We finna eat around here. I say give us 4 weeks, and then we'll be up to averaging about 35 points a game for the rest of the season. Just watch.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys been down bad right now for sure. Hey, but I appreciate it. You said 27-17. I like it.
For sure.
All right, peace, bro. You already know.
All right, bro.
All right, we got my guy Fly Eagle 17 coming in.
What's going on, Mike?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. What's going on?
How you feeling about the the up and down season and this matchup versus the Giants Sunday 1 p.m. first division game? Can really catapult us or bring us back down to the craziness that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, I just feel like it's just a lot of inconsistencies that we can't really control right now. But I'm not really worried about us for real. Like just I would say like with the injuries, it's specifically the injuries or everything. Just the new coaching and everything. I think the coaches never really got their chance to do what they wanted offensively. I say offensively, they haven't really had the chance to really do everything they really want to do. Like you said, AJ goes down the first week. Smitty, Smitty, Lane, all the injuries that we just had. I don't think we really had, and then we got Dotson, so we trying to throw Dotson in to. He has to get acclimated with everything, I just don't feel like they've actually been able to put their routes, the route tree that y'all are talking about all the time. I don't think they've actually been able to put that in play and work into that. I think that in the past years we went 10-0, 9-0, stuff like that, and we just whatever was working, we went with what was working. So teams caught up to us. I feel like it's kind of vice versa now. I feel like we're working on some new things, and teams they look like they're pretty equal to us or a little bit better. But like you said, it's one catch away from 4-1. A couple of plays away from, you know, a couple of injuries away from 5-0. Honestly, because a lot of the content creators, I hear them saying, the Bucks beat us when we were healthy. They've never really beat us with AJ. Whenever we had AJ, we win. So
Yeah.
last year in the
In the regular
playoffs,
season, in the regular season in 2023, we beat them by 10
exactly,
plus.
exactly, and it was a it looked good. Like it didn't look like we barely beat them. We beat them by a good, Swift had a great game that game, but I just feel like when you take AJ out, especially in those type of games against the Bucks, they know how to dial up the blitz and things like that, which we do need to do a better job. But when we're down a weapon, any team is gonna struggle with they down their best weapon on offense. And Saquon's nice, but AJ is still our number one weapon in my eyes. We do need to run through Saquon, but AJ is still our number one weapon. If we don't have him, it's a whole different offense.
Oh yeah, I agree. Everything gets shifted toward Devontae in the pass game. You're allowed to drop an
Exactly.
extra body in the box to stop Saquon Barkley. Um, it's just weird. It's just weird to me that they really sold out for Saquon. Cleveland was really just dropping people in the box, and that's why AJ was having man-to-man coverage. You
Yeah.
can't guard this man with one man at all. I think the Giants are going to do a similar thing. I think they're going to try to slow down Barkley early, but I do see them shifting focus over to the pass game. What are your key takeaways in this Eagles Giants game? Like, again, I don't think the secondary is so great for the Giants, but I do
Mhm.
think again when you're getting a sack, what they got 26 sacks already. It's going to
Yeah.
make your corners play better, especially when the quarterback's trying to get the ball at their hand fast. Due to that, well, what is your take on this Giants defense? Them getting Malik Neighbors back, this being again Eagles win this game. The narrative is they won two in a row. They're 4-2, especially if our offense can put up 27, 30 points and look pretty good. The narrative switch backs to the Eagles are who we thought they were. If we lose this game, you're back at 500. You lost to the Giants, a divisional opponent, and now I'm talking
I
like
don't I don't
national
see
media
us
is going to really, really come for our neck.
I don't see us losing this game at all. Like I have no worries about the game. What I would say the key to this game is a screen pass to Saquon early. If we get the screens to Saquon to Calcaterra early, it slows down that defensive line, and then we open up our full offense. We run. I would say we run the ball. First in that first drive, we should run the ball the first two plays. You know, um, that should
Back
be
to
two.
back.
That should be two back-to-back first downs, maybe, or maybe like 6 yards in a first down. After that, when we get a little bit down, I open up a screen. Once they start sending that blitz, throw a screen to Saquon. I think he's gonna have a good game in the passing game this game, rather than just rushing yards. I think he's gonna have a lot of passing yards as well, just because of the screen or just the just Saquon. I mean not Saquon, Jalen just dumping it off to him. If anything else isn't open. But like you said, the back end isn't really all that good. So I can see if we throw a couple of screens out there, I can see AJ getting open, Calcaterra getting open, Dotson, Smitty, everybody. I can see the offense opening up. That's not just the Giants, by the way. I think that should be our game plan every week, is to run the ball, throw a couple of screens. Right when you do that, the defense is so off balance at that point. They don't know where we're coming. You know
Yeah, and I would love to see Saquon with a couple blockers in front of him running downfield.
exactly.
That would
Especially
be
with Cam
lovely.
Jurgens, we haven't seen Cam Jurgens in space all year.
Yeah, get him to the second level as well. Hey, I totally agree. So you're feeling pretty confident. Can I get a score prediction from you before I get you up out of here?
I say like 35-14.
35-14 right there. That would change the whole narrative. Again, I know there's going to be some people saying it's just the Giants, but again, they haven't been beat 35-14 all season long.
Yeah,
Um, and that would, put things in perspective. The Eagles are where we thought Eagles are shifting to where they should be, and the Giants are going back down to real earth type stuff. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Hopefully that all plays out that way. Look, I think the Eagles are going to win for sure. The spread right now is 3. It is in the Meadowlands. Just man, please let everybody be healthy. We already heard from what's his name, Mekhi Becton. Like man, I hate playing on that field. I don't want to play on that
Yeah.
field no more. And he wasn't a Giant, but he was a Jet. They share a stadium, so
Everybody has to put their prayers up for this week on this field. Everybody has to.
yeah, especially us. We've been getting injured on regular fields. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Hamstrings left and right.
Right.
So please, God, let us be safe in the Meadowlands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I just like one more thing. I just feel like it's good. It's a good thing we're going through all of this early. Usually, like I said earlier, we will start off 10-0, but then when it comes down to we got to figure something else out, we can't figure it out. With us going through all of this early, all of these tight games and close wins, close losses, is teaching us, is giving us like just basically that experience, the trials and tribulations to where when we get to where we need to be, I don't think we can be stopped, honestly. Like, especially with the defense, the young guys coming out. Like, I want to say we got to get rid of Slay. Personally, I think I wouldn't have a problem with it because we need to see more Ringo and Isaiah Rodgers and Sidney Brown's coming back. But with the defense, the young defense is coming up and they're getting to where they need to be. I feel like we're gonna be okay in about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and like you said, if again, you never want to go through injuries, but if you do have to go through injuries,
Yep,
rather it be early than late for sure.
most definitely.
All right, so my man said 34-14. I like that
35,
predict
35, 35, 14.
35-14.
Sir.
He said we're gonna take that extra point. Hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, my guy.
All right. Appreciate you, Mike.
You already know, be easy.
All right, you too.
So again, simply said, Mekhi Becton does not want to be on that field. Don't blame him. Saquon knows about that field as well. We're gonna see what happens. Once again, use promo code Philly Mike for 10% off your sleep mask. They got the sleep mask sound, Bluetooth speakers built into it, Sleep Mask Pro. If you have trouble sleeping, you need 100% darkness, that's the route to go. Again, tomorrow I will have a video talking about some key things. Plus, I will break down my thoughts, good, bad, ugly, sad on the Giants game today. Due to my son having a playoff game, he in the playoffs. Pee Wee 9-year-old team, Jaquan Williams. I don't know what you said. You coach Little League. What age group do you coach? My son plays Pee Wee football. He's 9 years old. In the playoffs. So there's extra practices this week in the evening. So I didn't have time for a video this morning due to running around. Won't be able to, normally my live streams and or call-ins are later when everybody's off of work ready to call in. Normally we have way too many people calling in. Today, we heard from 4 people, 4 or 5 people, but everybody's busy at 2:53 on a Thursday, and you should be. Got to get that bag for sure. With that being said, tune in tomorrow around 12:30, 1:30, 2 o'clock. The video should be out. I started it today. I didn't finish it today. And if anybody wants to call in one more time real quick, I was trying to hold this for an hour. We have 48 minutes. I do got to be off at, around 3 o'clock because I got some places I got to go before practice. Call in real quick. But again, I think the Eagles are going to be able to beat the Giants. I think the Eagles are going to do it with a high-powered offense against a pretty stellar defense. Again, right now, top 10 overall. And things will change as it pertains to a lot of people's outlook on the Eagles. But a loss here. Now, I'm not going to talk. I talk a little bit about a loss in my video, but a loss here. Now you're talking 3-3. First division game loss. You're talking real problems. Fire Nick Sirianni type talk once again, which it never really stopped, but it's going to keep getting louder and louder if we end up losing to the Giants just because of the way the early part of the season went. 3-3, it's going to be rough. Jaquan Williams said 10 and 11-year-old Pee Wee. Okay. Real quick, my 10 and 11-year-old Pee Wee is like junior Pee Wee is what we called over here where I'm at. But one last person, trust your dopeness. What's going on?
What's up, dude? How you?
Chilling. What's up? I can't wait for Sunday.
That part. I can dig it. I was listening to everybody's commentary and stuff like that. Salute to everybody for chiming in. I think, man, like if I had to offer my 2 cents, I think we got issues. I think it's coaching at the end of the day, man. I think we have a super talented team on both sides of the ball, but for whatever reason, it just feels like our as a unit, everybody's not getting the opportunity to just go out and just play ball. Like it feels like, and I'm not like trying to buy into the hype or whatever, but it's just like watching the game on the field. It feels like I don't know, like Nick want to be like a certain type of coach, like he want to have like a certain level of like bravado and like variety, and because of that, it seems like he tries to dictate more as opposed to delegate, and it's putting a hamper on like the player's ability just to go out and just be talented and play ball based off of how they know how to play ball. Like it's a cramp in the system almost, and it's like reminisce of last year. The end of the year is reminisce of that, maybe a little bit better, but it's just I don't know. We just always look like a disorganized mess. Like we can't never get no type of consistency from one series to another on both sides of the ball. And I don't think that that's necessarily our guys as it is just how we're being coached. And since Nick is like the last guy standing as far as coaching go, I don't know. It's like one of those
Nah, I
things that
mean,
look like a duck.
low key, that's kind of what Lane said. He said our offense is constipated, meaning like, at times it's good and sometimes we can't do nothing, and I think that is he also talked yesterday about tempo and snapping the ball early. We're taking too long, letting the defense set up and stuff. I absolutely agree with you as it pertains to all that has to be with your head coach, especially when your head coach still is um offering game planning in on that side of the ball, right? It's not just fully Kellen. He calls the plays,
Yeah,
but best believe when Nick wants to take over, he does, and game planning still goes through Nick and Kellen. And so Lane saying it's constipated, saying that we have way too much talent to be inconsistent. I think that's just been the
exactly.
story of this Eagles season thus far. Saints,
Yeah,
Saints, Cleveland, shutdown defense. Bucks, Packers, 30 points scored on
uh-huh.
us. And then vice versa. We haven't really seen the offense click, but we've seen a 300-yard passing game from Jalen. We've seen AJ both times get 100 and plus yards. We've seen Smitty do stuff. Saquon have a 3-touchdown game. Just hasn't been all put together right. I feel like we're like every game we're missing ingredients to what we're trying to
Ingredients. Yeah.
finish. Yeah.
Exactly. I agree, man. And then like even like in press conferences, like especially when stuff go wrong or whatever the case may be, like how he approaches press conferences, like it's on me and I take responsibility, stuff like that. Like while that's appreciated because you're the head coach, but at the same time, it's just like it feels like a little bit like forced in the name of like I'm the head coach, I have to take accountability, but and I can't help but feel like that same like the pendulum. If that's what it is in the public and what you're saying in the press conference, then in the locker room, I feel like you assert that same type of like authority
Energy.
in a way, like on the other side. And I think and I feel like that's part of what's constipating these guys. These guys been playing ball their whole life, yo. Like this, they lived to get to this moment in the NFL. And seeing how well of a group we had when we went to the Super Bowl, it's kind of like give or take a few pieces. We're still like that kind of team, and it don't make sense for how we just like. It's almost like we just took a really bad crap, and now we can't flush the toilet or something. It's like it's really crazy, and I don't understand why. And I feel like he's in the way, like to some extent. And I'm not hating on him. I like Nick, but I just feel like the energy is just off.
Yeah. The energy has been just weird. And even Fangio, how Fangio said it when they asked him, like, yo, did Nick call play? He was like, no. He just told me to watch out for the check down and blah, 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 blah. That's still on me. Like, I feel like Nick goes too hard in doing that. I
Too
love,
far.
like, truth be told, I love when Fangio is at the podium because he's gonna call a spade a spade. Like literally, they were like, when Slay went down, how did Isaiah Rodgers do? Any and every other coach on the Eagles team would have said he did good. That's it.
Yeah,
Because he did do
yeah,
good, but he did allow one play. But Fangio said he did good for the most part. He got beat on one play where he just was playing incorrectly, straight up. Like
Right.
I mean,
Just keep it real. Just cool.
I love
Yeah.
Isaiah Rodgers, but he a grown man. He could be told that he played his route incorrectly. He'll be all right. Just trying to get him
Incorrectly.
better. But yeah, I actually love that type of podium talk because I think it helps.
Me too.
Because no matter what we say, like the head coach wants to say everything perfectly fine because he don't want to rattle his players, but the players listen. But sometimes I think the players need to hear the tough love. Like, come on, y'all grown men.
Love.
If you made a mistake, you made a mistake. He didn't say, "Oh, Isaiah Rodgers, I hate the guy and he's never gonna play again." He said he played incorrectly. That's it.
Yeah. And Nick always he always had his thing like in the press conferences where like they'll say something and he'd be like, "That's on me. I just have to do better. I have to do better." Or his other response is typically like, we'll go back and look at it and we'll make the adjustment. It's like it's one of two things with every question that he's asked, which yes, it's a bit political, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you gotta kind of get out the way. You got to get out the way. Like I don't like even with Jalen. Everybody talking about Jalen regressing and stuff like that. I believe Jalen's really very talented, but I just feel like he's not being allowed to just go out and be the talent that he is. And it just looks like everybody is like, to some extent, kind of like playing frustrated. Like you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Like when watching the game, it feels like everybody's just playing frustrated, which leads to the inconsistency from one play to the next.
Facts. Because when I play with this roster on Madden, I score 21 to 28 in a quarter, not 0 in the first quarter. You heard? Like I just wild out here. 0 first quarter point, not even a field goal, bro. We couldn't try to get a field goal in the first quarter. So I'm definitely gonna be looking at that for this Giants game. And again, the narrative, like where we are right now at 3-2, blah blah blah. The narrative is gonna go either real good for us or real bad. There's no like
real bad
because I don't see us beating the Giants like we did with the Browns. I think we're gonna beat the Giants like we should, or end up losing this game, and then it's gonna be like forest fire type bad. Like you're 3-3, you lost to a division opponent. Like what can you say? You're especially if your offense ain't clicking still. Now we're talking 6 games into the season, and your offense is healthy for 2 games straight off a bye. I mean, you gotta be able to put up points.
I agree, man. I agree. I appreciate you having me, man.
You already know. Like I said, I'm going to start doing these call-ins more often, and I won't normally do it at this time because normally I'm working at this time anyways. I've just been running around crazy. I said I wasn't even going to do no content today and just do my video tomorrow. But I said, let me do a call and see what let me tap in with the people. But I appreciate you.
I dig it. I appreciate the hard work, man. I'm always tapped in.
You already know. Be easy.
All right, dog.
Peace. All right. Listen, it's 3 minutes till 3 o'clock. Well, actually, it's 3 minutes into an hour. It's 3:02. So I there is like 3 more callers who just jumped in. Unfortunately, I'm gonna start doing these in the evening when I could be on live for an hour or 2 hours. A lot going on with my son Pee Wee football team and whatnot, preparing for the playoffs. With that being said, I appreciate all the love and support. Go get your man to sleep. The link will be in the description and in the comment section once this video is over. Right now, it's pinned to the comment section. Until next time, you know what time it is. We out.